Good morning. I'm Irina Skaya with CW's Good Morning New York. It's Monday, May 5th. You best know him for his role in a hit off-Broadway play, Platinos and Colored Greens. But he's also a director, producer, playwright, business owner, and an acting coach. And now you can catch a glimpse of him in The Urban Chase. We're very delighted to have Ben, aka B. Rivers, with us today. Good morning. It's so great to see you.
Good morning. How you doing, Irina?
I'm doing well, thank you. Why don't we start by talking about your latest project, The Urban Chase. What's the story?
Well, the story is The Urban Chase. It's kind of just like an open forum for people to get together, especially young people in their 20s, kind of get together and just talk about relationships, all those questions that you have about the opposite sex. Why do men do this? Why do women always do that? You kind of come there and you get it answered. We have actors that do scenes based on relationships, dating, and love. It's just a fun time. It's something different to do instead of going out to the bars or clubbing.
Why don't you give us an example of the scene, perhaps the gender debate?
Oh, okay, so you did your research. Yeah, there's a little part of the show. It's called the gender debate, and pretty much we have the women line up in a room and the men line up, and we kind of lined up, and it's kind of like a presidential debate, and we go back and forth, and we just hash it out over who's better, who's more dominant, the men or the women.
Let's try it.
Oh, but I put a little spin on it though. Right. I have the women say why men are better, and the men say why women are better. You ready for that?
That's gonna be tough, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Let me try to focus for a second. Okay, you can start first, or who, me?
All right. Men are better because they are usually good at doing things around the house, like fixing electricity, circuits, and, nailing things into the wall.
Okay. Women are better because without women, we wouldn't be able to reproduce. Society would end, and everything would be over, and there'd just be a whole bunch of gay dudes walking around.
Very true.
Nothing wrong with that, but, women are great.
Let me do another one. Men are better because it doesn't take them long to get ready in the morning because they don't have to do their hair, worry about makeup.
Well, women are better because they actually care about what they look like. Men, they just kind of roll over, throw on a t-shirt, wash under, certain areas, and then they're out. They're gone. Women, they care,
That's true.
Okay.
It's hard, this exercise, but it's unique. How did you come up with this unique form of entertainment?
It's kind of just through all the years of dating in New York City and just going through all the BS and dealing with certain things and just wishing there was a way to open up the lines of communication, It's pretty much that.
Very cool. And what are you trying to accomplish with this project?
Really, like I said, I'm just trying to create a new place, kind of a new movement, a new way to communicate. Really just open up the lines of communication and show people a new form of entertainment.
Now, I want to take this opportunity to ask you one last question.
Sure.
You must be so busy doing all these things. Do you have time for a social life?
Yeah, I guess,
Are you single or do you have someone?
No, there's a special person there, but really in my life, I try to focus on my art. Social life, I do have time, and I keep pretty busy with that, but it's a balance. I feel like maybe if I didn't have a social life, I would be a lot further along than I am in my career, but it's about the balance because just what you do in your real life helps you in your career. So I feel like, all the experiences I've gone through in my social life and in my real life, they just make me stronger as an actor. So.
Well, thank you for making the time and stopping by.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Nice meeting you. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much. While B. Rivers is not up for grabs, the tickets to see him in his latest installment are. Find out how you can win free tickets to The Urban Chase at www.theurbanchase.com. And Ben Stiller stops by tomorrow to talk about his new movie, Night at the Museum Part 2. I'm Irina Skaya with CW News. Bye-bye. Gangs, drugs, violence are spreading more than ever throughout the Queen City.
It's a war zone.
No, God, what's wrong?
Some say brazen shootings like this one on Bogart have created a downward spiral in quality of life. People like Melinda McBride, are paralyzed in fear.
Every time my cell phone ring at work and I see home, I'm saying, oh God, what's wrong?
One of the highest crime rates in the nation, and the month of June was especially busy for cops.
From the 12th to the 24th, there was a report of a person shot each day, okay, at least one.
Darnell Jackson, a community activist, is out to help and save neighborhood children, whom he believes are already immune to the sound of gunfire. He says the neighborhood has turned into a shooting gallery.
The shootings happen anytime they get they feel like they want to. If they see you in a corner, they shoot at you. If it's at daytime, nighttime, if you with your mother, they shoot at you.
An agitated Vanessa Cook is concerned that these shootings are forcefully invading the neighborhood, and no one seems to be doing anything about it.
This is something that we live with every day. And when this newscast be turned off and the TVs is turned off, our life still goes on here.
This is a tough neighborhood and getting tougher. Many residents here believe it is at home where this all begins. Parents need to get involved and talk to their children about violence. Many parents may be spending too many hours at their jobs, leaving little or no time at all to speak to their children.
You might have a single parent that's working full time that can't be home, that she have to work to take care of family, so her kids is left alone, they're in the corner. Now here comes the peer pressure.
But it's not only the parents who are the scapegoats of their children's violent behavior. Some think it's also the city's lack of school programs and summer jobs.
There's nothing for these kids to do. They need more jobs, summer jobs, not even summer jobs, all year round. You know, they need to work, go to a community center or something. There's nothing over here.
Buffalo police say most of this violence is drug-related, and the suspects range in age, 15 to late 20s.
Most of the people, shooters, victims, many of them have a drug history.
Buffalo police have stepped up patrols in hotspots. They're hoping to decrease the number of street violence incidents and ensure the safety of Buffalo neighborhoods.
Come on back! Or walk away.
The bloodbath is escalating in the city of Buffalo. Shootings and drug trafficking are taking over some neighborhood streets. Police activity is cooking, but the streets remain raw. Buffalo appears to be drowning in a wave of violence. Police say the availability of guns seems to be increasing, and teenagers today don't have to try hard to get a weapon.
A lot of guns are recovered off the street, but there's still a lot more out there.
Many believe the violence is tied to gangs and drugs. Blood Club President Joseph Brown's brother was gunned down by a gang member.
When you could see kids on the corner selling drugs, and then, you know what I mean, you see people shooting, that's, oh my God. You don't even want to see it.
Cops say most killings involve drugs, but stop short of calling it a full-blown gang war.
It may be a gang member, but it's not the gang activity that necessarily led to this particular homicide.
We found Lola wandering Genesee Street at 3 in the morning. She was nearly killed by a crack addict.
She put out a knife on me, and I had no choice but to give her my money. You know what I'm saying? Because she was on crack real bad. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is.
Charmaine turns tricks when she needs money, but says others do it to feed their drug habit.
The majority of them is out here working for crack. Like I said, I don't come out here every day, but there's a lot of drugs and violence, but I have to get away from here, though.
The culture of gangs, drugs, and money seems to be the leading cause of street violence in some Buffalo neighborhoods. It is not only dangerous, but in some cases, deadly. The drug violence connection can only be broken by costly, dangerous, time-consuming police. Officials say the pattern of crime is destined to repeat, spread, and eventually worsen.